Thank you, sir. May I throw one question, which I expect will be answered like you normally do, very clearly and in with great forthrightness. Sir, in view of the multi-polar world which is evolving, do you feel that the non-aligned movement is relevant to the world now or not?
It's something which Minister Shokri and I discussed today, and we spoke about it at a press conference also. Look, there is such a thing as a non-aligned group, formally. There are countries who are members of it, they meet, there's a chairman, there's a structure which goes on. But the fact is, it was a group which started in a very different era. It had a context. Today, without in any way diminishing it, I would say it's necessary for independent-minded countries to actually speak their mind, to seek to shape and influence the direction in which the world is going, because the world is getting very polarized. And it's a double polarization, It's a east-west polarization, but it is also a north-south polarization that, the richer countries, the more developed countries, they are not fully grasping how much the poorer countries are being hurt by what is happening in the world. So it's a very stressful, it's a very unhappy world today. Countries are struggling, and in this, those who have the confidence, the experience, the capability to speak out, it's important that they do, that they don't go with the tide, so to speak. And to ensure that, I think voices of reason, of sanity, of sobriety are needed at this point of time. Certainly, I see India as such a voice. To the extent there are other countries with a similar bent of mind and who also would like to, think and act in a similar manner, I think it would be a very good thing.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Ashish Walia.
Thank you very much. Good evening, His Excellency. Good evening to all. My name is Ashish Walia, and I'm wearing two hats tonight. One is that as a chairman of Indian Community Association, and second as an Indian businessman in Egypt. Sir, I came to Egypt in 2006 as a representative for an Indian company called Larsen Toubro. And thereafter, I seized an opportunity to become an entrepreneur. I started my own manufacturing. And today I run a manufacturing business between India and Egypt and exporting to Europe and Africa. That is about me. And sir, you are a career diplomat. You had been a great...
I was.
Yes. You were a career diplomat. You were a great ambassador of India to several very important nations of our country. You were a legendary foreign secretary. And today you are making all of us proud by being very assertive and presenting a new image of India, which is a very assertive and strong image of India. So my first part of the question is, what is your message for global Indian professionals? That'll be my first. And the second one, which is linked to it, sir, 2 weeks ago, you were in US. From there, you traveled to Australia and then New Zealand. And in between, you did Gujarat, and today you are here. Such a hectic schedule. If I have to travel from here to Canada, I start preparing weeks ago, and I take like a couple of days to recover from that. How do you manage that? What is the secret, what is the mantra of your physical fitness, which we all can learn from you? So these are my two questions. The first one for the global Indian professional, and second for physical fitness, sir.
What can I say? Look, honestly, it's not, I don't think I'm being assertive. What often happens, to be very honest with you, is you end up in situations where others try to pressurize you or push you or, uh, in a sense, leave you with no choice but to express your views with a certain degree of forcefulness. I still believe that at the end of the day, it's important to explain yourself. That's my business, to reason with people, to negotiate with people. But if at times, there's a lack of fairness in which your position is portrayed, I don't think we should let that pass. We're not doing justice to ourselves if you do that. So I know sometimes it ends up in a certain way. That's really not me. It's the context, you can say. But as a country, it is important for us to be clear in the projection of our interests, to be articulate in explaining why we are doing or taking the positions that we are doing, and I would hope to do it in as congenial and harmonious a manner as the situation would permit. On the travel, look, you end up sometimes doing these things, and I'm sure I would feel tired if I had a chance to catch my breath. But the pace of life keeps you going. So maybe if you slow down, you will feel it. So far, that that has not happened. But I keep fingers crossed. I think if you are generally at peace with yourself and you have good colleagues to work with, and if you have a I would say something which drives your a sense of mission, you can say, I think it keeps you going.
Thank you, sir. My best wishes for you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you everyone for this fruitful interaction. I regret we have to close the interactive session because considering the paucity of time. Sir, the Indian Community Association of Egypt would like to present to you a memento. Members of ICAE may please come on the stage to present the same.
Can I ask one question?
Mike, please.
Just one question. So I'm asking on behalf of everybody, and all want to know, when will you advise the Prime Minister to visit Egypt? When will I? Advise the Prime Minister to visit here. Oh, he doesn't need my advice. I mean, the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister is actually, he has very good personal relationship with President Sisi. I know that he's been wanting to visit for some time. It's just one of those situations. Partly, the COVID has come and interrupted travel schedules, but I can assure you it's very much on his mind. And from on my side, he will only get further motivation. So let's see.
We only hope your third time lucky, sir, and direct flight to Delhi starts soon. Because before you, two of the other leaders had come, and they did try their best for a direct flight. But I hope you bring us good luck and we have a direct flight soon.
Well, airlines in India are now completely privatized. So I'm sure if the airlines see a market, which I understand there is. But again, look, I assure you, I'm very much an advocate of this relationship because I see its value. I see its value, and And I'm pretty confident, if the airlines think the right way, it will happen.